We're now joined by Mitch Thompson, Baylor baseball coach, with me, David Smoke on 365 Sports. Again, Paul and Craig back on Monday. Mitch, thank you very much. Are you in Omaha by any chance?
No, I'm not.
Well, yeah, I know you want to be. Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just said we got too much work to be doing right now to be going to Omaha.
Yeah, I know, and you want to get there again as the head coach of your program. And I'll get into that with A&M and Tennessee a little bit later on. So the news today about Bob Thompson and the $10 million gift to Baylor Athletics, NIL, men's basketball, baseball, and also a capital fund. Did you know this was coming?
Yeah. We've known it was coming for a while, and we're very, very excited that it's been announced, and to give Bob Simpson, the recognition that he deserves for being such a fantastic supporter of Baylor and Baylor athletics. And so, very, very excited about the announcement today.
So there was, I thought, about a year ago or some other time, I can't remember when, where there was some sort of NIL donation or gift. Is this separate from anything you've gotten before?
Yeah, this is a different deal. There's been work been done on this for quite some time. Last year during the summer, got a chance to go up to the Rangers and meet Mr. Simpson, visit with him, and talk to him about our program, all these things, and just what a special guy he is, and his love for this university. So, but Bob's stepped up big time for our athletic department, and I'm so grateful that he's a big fan of Baylor baseball.
Well, yeah, and I said this earlier. This is not for you to have to respond to, but he was very heavily involved in a lot of things, Baylor, and then he kind of disappeared for a while. And it seemed like that with Scott Drew and men's basketball, and now what he's doing with you, that he's getting back more involved again. Is that kind of what you get to, the feeling?
Well, I don't know the whole history of all that. All I know is, like I said, he's a special guy.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to help, and he's just been incredibly generous to step up. And we're going to be using this money, as kind of a lead gift to do some facility improvements in our place and do some things that really can affect our program, be fun, good things for the fans, but also really good things for our players. And, we've got a big vision and big plans here, and Bob and this lead gift are something that's really going to help jumpstart that thing. And, we've got to go through the right protocols and things for everything to happen exactly, but, it'll have to be board certified and board approved project. But these type of things sure do excite us, and it's a fun day.
Is this all facilities driven?
It'll be for us. I'm sure that's what it's going to be for us. There's I'm looking forward to working with everybody over there at Baylor on just using this money for us and for our portion of whatever that is, to use it to the best advantage of our program. And, there's a lot of good people over there that are ready to help us, and we're just looking forward to continuing to move the program forward.
I think when they made the decision with you as the head coach, in fact, I always go back to that morning. I was jogging. I saw you. I just did not realize you had a Baylor duffel bag or whatever it was, if you'll recall. But that was the day, in fact, that the announcement was being made. And I think there's no question, even in my mind, despite a couple of rough years, that you're the guy. You're the right person to do this job. Why has it been so difficult?
Well, I appreciate it, David. I thank you for that. Those words of encouragement. College baseball is probably changing as much in the last 2 years as it's changed in the entire. In my 25, 30-year history of working in college athletics. Facilities are important, but man, the NIL thing has become so huge anymore. And it's just a process. We're at a private school. We're working with 11.7 scholarships.
Mm-hmm.
Got to stretch the dollars as far as you can and find the right kids and the right people. And and then you add to it the NIL and transfer portal, and I mean, it's just a very, very hairy business at this point in time, and sometimes not always real clean. So
Yep.
you just got to just keep your nose down to the grindstone, keep working to recruit the right kids, develop the right kids, invest in the right kids, and this thing's gonna start turning for us. I really feel like it would have started to turn big time this year if we wouldn't have had the injuries that we had to deal with. But I love the kids that we have in our program, and they're bought in, and we're excited about where we're headed.
I don't know how you'll answer this, but when somebody else has contacted and you have lost some alphas right off the top, you lost some dudes that were really, really good, and everyone counts, especially in baseball where one or two players can make a huge difference. Have you ever seen like actual evidence of somebody tampering with one of your players? And if in fact you have, did you pick up the phone and call that coach, or is that just a waste of time?
Oh, I think you still pick up and call them, but you won't always get the right response.
Yeah.
You may let them know that but it doesn't matter. I mean, it just is what it is. The advisors and the agents that sometimes are a part of this, fighting to try and get kids more, and bargaining one place against another, and it's pretty dirty out there at times, and that's just something that we want to try and stay away from, and stay away from having to even deal with those things. But I'm thankful that Baylor, the Baylor athletics administration and the Baylor fans or stakeholders, they care about Baylor baseball, and we're getting the support we need, and we're ready to continue to make steps forward. And it's just going to take a little time. It doesn't happen overnight unless you're just going to clean house and treat these kids like they're nothing. And it's not something that I'm interested in doing. We believe in who we've got, and we're going to keep working with them and help developing them.
What's more important, Mitch, recruiting players to join the program, or making sure you recruit the players that are in the program?
Both of them. You've got to keep the kids that are in your program, and you've got to keep developing them, and you've got to, it all comes back to serving your players. I've said forever, and I will always say it. It's always about the players. It'll always be about the players for me. And for us as coaches, we have to serve our players. And if we do a great job of serving our players and helping them grow and helping them continue to develop, we'll keep them around, and we're doing a good job of that right now, and we're excited about where we're going. But you can't build if you can't keep kids around long enough to develop, and you just can't keep refilling through the portal on a year in, year out basis. You've got to have your group of guys that are staying with you and believing in you, and thankfully we've got a bunch of those guys in our program right now.
When somebody tells you they're leaving the program, do they tell you face to face? Do they text you, or you hear about it from a third party?
Oh, usually they'll get on the phone and call you or text you. So,
yeah.
It's not always a face-to-face business there.
No. So obviously it's been a tough start, as I mentioned. I know there's no question in my mind that you're the right person to lead Baylor baseball. And I don't say that because I like you. I say that because I know your baseball acumen and all that. But obviously it's a win game. You got to win. And now you get this. The facility's upgraded. We'll get into whatever's going to be upgraded in a minute. Do you feel any heat right now that you better win?
No, I don't feel any heat, but there's nobody who wants to win more than I do, and us and those players, we want to win as much as anybody in the world. So we're making the progress, and it's just been difficult that we couldn't show it all this spring.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were in the process of really showing that we were making a step and taking a big step, and then and another injury hit, and all of a sudden we're kind of thrown under the bus. So. We're just going to have to keep battling through the adversity that we faced so far, and we'll do that. We've got great support, and I'm confident too. And I appreciate those words of encouragement from you. We're going to get this thing going. So just hang on, it's coming.
Mitch, you're obviously, the pitching staff has a lot of work to be done. Is it fair to say that your position players, your batting order, et cetera, is in much better shape than your pitching staff?
Well, we return a bunch of guys for sure next year. We'll be returning a bunch of guys that have a lot of experience in the lineup, no question. We're looking to make a big jump on the mound. There's lots of different hurdles that we have to jump through and all that stuff. We're dealing with the draft and Major League Baseball trying to come and take your players.
Mm-hmm.
There's just all these things that you have to kind of jump through and navigate through and trying to get the right guys here. So we're looking for a big step from our pitching staff. We've got some key people returning on the mound that'll be big time parts for this thing for us, but we're looking forward to adding something to it right now and working hard as we can to get that done. All
right, on the facilities and the gift from Bob Simpson, what are you going to do? What are some of the plans? I know it has to be approved and all of that. It's like a coaching hire based on school board approval, whatever, but what are some of the ideas or the dream of what you'd like to see happen?
Well, the vision is that the Baylor Ballpark is still an unbelievable facility. There's
Absolutely.
No question.
Yep.
For the fans and for everything that touches the fans, it's still an incredible place 25 years later. But we've got to make some adjustments and improve our player development facilities. Right now we don't have indoor area to go hit that's climate controlled with heat and air conditioning. It's tough to hit the metal building at 105, 10 degrees. It's tough to get your work in. Just like it is when it's 30 degrees too. So we need a player development facility that'll provide us with indoor hitting areas and development areas there. We want to continue to improve our pitching lab and our pitching area. We've got plans for a big time locker room upgrade. Everything that would touch the players, that's what we want to continue to spend money on and to fix. At the same time, we provide some new club seating, some new big time seating, and we've got plans to wrap this thing all the way around the left field foul pole and have a seating area above the left field foul pole, kind of like the Crawford boxes in Houston, and I think there's big time plans and a big time vision for it, and as soon as we can continue to add a couple more people that are willing to help us. We've got some guys on the line right now that are really excited about it as well, and we're getting close.
So in that, all of what you're being said, the club boxes and all, the better seats going to cost money. People will be able to contribute to that. That's great. Plus, it just looks good. You're right. Baylor Ballpark is still a gem if you walk in and no matter what you're doing or how long you've been there. When can it start? I know you got to get approval. I keep saying that. I understand. But when can they start putting things in the ground or start changing?
Well, we're working on plans. We've got some plans right now that we're working on. I don't have any idea when it'll be approved to do that, but hopefully sooner rather than later. We're pushing. We're working. The administration's behind us, and this lead gift from Bob is that we can definitely build around, and it's something that we're so grateful for.
A lot of people have talked about the new Big 12 with the 4 incoming schools out of the Pac-12. How much does that affect the power struggle or the power structure, in your opinion? I know Arizona's had a nice, ASU's got a great tradition. I don't know how much they've really been able to do much with that, but how much does that help the conference? I know you're losing a couple of alphas in Oklahoma and Texas, but how about the incoming players?
Yeah, no, I think the conference is going to continue to still be incredibly viable. A conference that's going to be one of the power conferences in the country. The thing we do lose Texas and Oklahoma, but at the same time we're adding Arizona State, we're adding Utah. Utah had a phenomenal year this year. Arizona and Arizona State combined have won 9 national championships.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like we're chopped liver in this league. I can promise you that. Virtually everybody in the league has continued to improve, continued to develop facilities, continue to work hard at really developing their programs. And baseball's important in the Big 12. So, it's going to continue to be a power conference and one that has to be reckoned with on a year in, year out basis.
And Colorado does not have a baseball team. They have a club, right? Like a club team?
Yeah, Colorado and Iowa State do not have a team.
Yeah. All right, so if you don't mind asking you, Texas A&M and Tennessee open up tomorrow, best of three. They have been probably as good as anybody from start to finish. Your thoughts about Jim Schlossnagle was at TCU, done a great job at A&M. Those two, like a collision course, it seemed like for a long, long time.
Yeah, no, they're both really talented clubs, and Omaha has once again been a phenomenal venue for the College World Series. But I think they're really talented teams, and they'll hook it up. And good luck to them all. I'm sure not going to be picking on anybody or telling you anything like that. I'm not putting a feather in any Aggies hat, and I'm not going to crush them either. So we're gonna keep our nose to the grindstone and keep working so we can get back there.
So how much do you get a chance to do anything but try to find talent for your team right now?
Not a whole lot. That's what's going on all day, every day. That's where we're at. We're either on the road recruiting, seeing games, or we're scouring that portal and making phone calls and chasing down kids and making offers and trying to bring kids on a visit. The summertime is probably the busiest time of the year. And thankfully, I've got a really good staff of guys who want to work hard and get after it, and we're all in this thing together.
New pitching coach too, right?
New pitching coach. We're excited to have Sean Snedeker with us. Going to bring a lot of experience. A guy that spent 13 years in professional baseball, coaching and developing talent, but has also been a pitching coach for 18 years at the Division I level. And if you took his 18 years of his team ERAs and added them up, you'd end up with about probably an average of about a 4.0 ERA. And we're really excited to have him here. I'm excited for him and Brian Furlong, our director of pitching development and player development, to just really team up here and work together. Work together as a group to just help our pitching become dominant. And help each one of our pitchers continue to develop their own abilities and help us be able to win ball games on the mound. It'll be a big step for us this next year, and we're excited for those two guys to be back and to be working together like that.
Mitch, go get it done. Thank you very much for your time. I know you're grinding, and that's what you've always done. So good luck as you compile the talent, and also good luck with the facilities as they move forward as well. We appreciate your time. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it. And once again, man, Bob Simpson, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much. Bob Simpson, a $10 million gift, Baylor men's basketball, Baylor baseball, and then also with one of the funds or whatever that they have,